So it does, Sagittarius, look like you have a lot of attention on you from other people. People have opinions on what you're doing. The Lovers is here, so you may have a challenge in your relationship, either letting go of a relationship or creating a relationship. Depends on what side of that lesson you're on. So let's start at the beginning. This is the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords usually means, there's some battle, some agreed upon thing has changed, and you're taking your leave from it. You're kind of walking away. You're not fighting the battle. Well, this is upside down, so it kind of feels like you've been thrust in the middle of somebody else's problems to fix. And it does look like there's static involved, there's opinions involved, so it does feel like some shame, little ego stuff. So, but it does look like you didn't instigate this, but you're kind of thrown into the middle of it. So if you need to take your leave of it, the Hermit is right here in present time. So if you need to take your leave of it, if you can, it does kind of look like you may not have a choice. Could be work related, could be family related, something like that. But it does look like a battle that you're kind of in the middle of without wanting to be. What crosses you is the Knight of Swords, and the Knights are they can promote action, they can promote movement, and the swords here can be cutting words, it can be very spontaneous activities, kind of spontaneous anger, if you will, because it's right across this tumultuous situation right here. So you may have to come out of the barn charging, but it does feel like some spontaneous things will be presented to you. Don't be afraid to try something new, but it does look like a lot of this residue, this frustration is kind of propelling you to do something different and maybe take your leave from the folks, maybe not visit them so much or stay away from them a little bit, but it looks like you're right embroiled in the middle of a battle that is not of your choice, and this is kind of a continuation of that. So you may have to fight some battles and put the hammer down a little bit, but don't be afraid to do spontaneous actions to kind of relieve yourself of the stress that's being put on your shoulders. So that's the Knight of Swords. Here is the 10 and the 10 of Discs. This one is 10s are the completion of something, and this particular card usually means family of some kind, or home. So you may have been cleaning out the closets, painting, getting ready to move, or moving into a new home, but it looks like whatever you have been doing around the home is coming to a completion, and you can start to enjoy that hard work that you've done. The family is lighting up for me as well, so you may be gathering with the family a little bit more often now that the sun is out, at least in the Western Hemisphere, the sun is out. So you may be gathering, and it's not such a hardship to do the work around the house that you will see the completion. And this may just be as simple as cleaning out a closet or as complex as moving to another city. But it does look like that is coming to an end, and you are able to enjoy the fruits of your hard labor, Sagittarius. There is the 5 here, the 5 of Wands, and this can depict either unwanted energy, can be depicting flirting, unwanted flirting, or it could even be an argument or tumultuous energy. This could be a continuation of what is going on here, but it does look like the Hermit is here, so it's time for you to back off of whatever this battle is. It doesn't feel like it will be resolved anytime soon, but it's been kind of laying heavy on your heart. So it's time to take a step back from it, let the others fight about it until some of the smoke clears, and then you can jump back in and figure out how to rebuild. But it does also feel like some unwanted flirty energy coming your way that you're really not interested in, at least from the people who are flirting with you. The Hermit is the basis or what's happening now, and the Hermit is when you kind of remove yourself from situations and kind of look at your own light and figure out what you want to do without all the static of the world. It's a little different than the Four of Pentacles, which is also an isolating card, but that's usually a withdrawal from with shame. This is just your pulling yourself out of some situations, finding some quiet time, doing a little self-care, a little more self-care. It feels like you've been kind of busy for a while, so really scheduling some downtime for yourself so you can get in touch with what your next step is, what you want to do in this world, and what you can release and what you can hang on to. So that's happening right now. It's probably something you've already experienced. The Chariot is in the future position, and the Chariot can stand for finding your balance, getting in touch with the dark and the light, being exalted in a situation, taking the high road, but it also can mean travel in style. So maybe that's what you're contemplating on how to organize things so you can take flight. This insignia is lighting up for me, and it's something about freedom and something about wings. And it could even be pilot lessons, for goodness sakes, or taking a flight somewhere. But the wings are lighting up for me, and it's time for you to incorporate more free time for yourself is what I'm getting. A lot of the have-tos and a lot of the things you've signed up for are really starting to take its toll. So make sure and do some self-care, Sagittarius. Create that down hermit time so you can heal yourself, and then you can start off at the gate again. So that is the Chariot, finding the balance and creating something wonderful for yourself in the future. Knight of Wands, here is another Knight. This is feeling like a person, and usually a Knight is someone that is older than 18, but can be even as far as in their 50s, but the maturity level is more around 20s, 30s. Wands are fire. This can be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This can be you as well, Sagittarius. And the sun is right here. So it does feel like, I do feel like this is an external person from yourself. So it does look like somebody is needing a leg up right now, and someone that you see very similar attitudes in as yourself. This person reminds you of yourself, and this could even be your child or a family member or a friend, but it does look like somebody needs a little bit of guidance, that they, wands can be very action oriented and fire oriented and movement oriented, but sometimes we need to sit in that movement, and sit without that movement and just be for a little bit. But it does look like someone that needs your help a little bit and needs some advice. It feels like they're doing some things that might be a little risky behavior that you're a little worried about. So don't be afraid to step up and speak your truth with love and kindness, with no judgment, but just kind of that mentor type of feel to it. The sun is here. That's new beginnings. So it does feel like you are on the precipice, or you're right on the edge of either starting something new or manifesting something new for yourself. This does feel like it has motion to it, so I don't feel like, well, it could be a new job. It could be a new job, but it looks like you have some feelers out, and one is being considered right now, but it's kind of baby steps. This baby right here is lighting up for me. It's very healing endeavor. It's something that you've wanted to do, and you're taking a leap of faith. You're taking a chance on something new. How exciting. So take that chance, Sagittarius. It all looks like it's a go. The sun could also, it is new beginnings. It's the starting of things. It's the inception. It's when something is taken from the mind and manifested into the physical plane. So that's what it feels like is happening. Something from a great idea is starting to be manifested. For many of you, it may be travel, because it's right across from the Chariot. It is right next to the Lovers as well. So those of you who are working at creating a new love, a new intimate relationship, that it's a really good time to put your energy into that. The Lovers are here, and it is right near new beginnings. So it does feel like, for those of you in a relationship, that there are things that you've been working on, either trying to release as a couple or move on from as a couple. It does feel like some resolution is happening after a long time of trying to figure things out. And for many of those of you that are ready to release this relationship, it's a good time to do that with love and kindness. The Sun is here, so new beginnings. It's a great time to end one thing, begin another, but make sure that you complete the ending of something before you swing to the new one. But the Lovers are definitely here under the new Sun, so if you are in a committed relationship, it just looks like the relationship has taken a turn to understanding and growth and acceptance, whether that is to be together or if that's to be apart. It can be both ways, but a new beginning within relationship space is on the horizon. The Knight of Cups here. Cups are emotions. Knights can be, the Knight of Cups can be very brave emotionally and put their feelings out. So this may be actually a person. If it is a person, it will be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But it looks like someone is being very brave and is speaking their truth to you. So the Strength card is here. It does feel like there might be something hard to hear, but it is for your best interest and your best growth. It doesn't look like it's a manipulation or coming from an ego space, sweet Sagittarius. So take a listen. This person has some genuine love for you and some genuine concern and wants to see things for you grow for the better. So give them the time of day, please, and it may take some strength to hear them out, but it will benefit you in the long run. It does feel like the King of Swords may be involved in this. I'm picking up that there may be an elderly person that needs a little attention, or has the attention has switched all of a sudden, so it may be a health issue. The King is a very wise person. It's an air sign. It also can stand for higher thoughts, keeping your thoughts in integrity, but I am getting a very strong hit on a senior citizen that the shift has gone from maybe a little bit of attention to a little bit needing a little bit more help. And it's feeling like it's medical, or it may just be, the continuation of age. We need a little more help on the planet as we get older. So that will take some strength also from you, because you're being pulled in a lot of different directions. And you do have a lot of energy and a lot of attention on you and opinion on you. So see if you can blank that all out, get to the root of what you need to do with the Hermit, let your light shine, and then proceed with what you need to do and how you prioritize. But the King of Swords is an air sign. That's Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. That is what it's feeling like, that there is a little shift of attention, that they just need a little bit more of your strength. So that is a reading for May, sweet Sagittarius. Let me throw a couple of these chakra cards. These are really great. They're one-word cards, but they really bring it on home. They seem to cut through the jive and get right to the core of what's going on. So this one's twinkling at me. Wisdom. Okay. So it looks like you're up in your game, up in your wisdom, collecting information from the universe, figuring out what's important in your life and what isn't. So it feels like it's a month of prioritizing for you. Okay, wisdom and service. So service, which is right underneath this King of Swords, I think that your interpersonal service will amp up a little bit of that caretaking for the elderly and for the young.